Jason Donovan. Full biography and untold life story, from soap opera icon to pop legend and stage star. The spark of destiny in Melbourne. Jason Sean Donovan was born on June 1st, 1968, in Malvern, an inner suburb of Melbourne, Australia. His birth felt almost like destiny itself. For Jason was born into a family where television lights and theater scripts were as common as household furniture. His father, Terrence Donovan, was a respected actor whose steady career gave Jason an early window into the world of storytelling. His mother, Sue McIntosh, was a television presenter also embedded in the entertainment industry. But Jason's life was not without turbulence. His parents separated when he was still very young, and he was raised primarily by his father. This absence of maternal presence left a silent void, but also hardened Jason's determination to succeed. To the boy growing up in Melbourne, fame wasn't a distant dream. It was almost an inheritance, though one that would come at a heavy price. From a young age, Jason was drawn to performance. School plays, community theater, and his father's encouragement nurtured his talents. By his teenage years, he was already a promising actor, preparing to follow in his family's footsteps, but also eager to create his own legacy. Neighbours, the role that changed everything. In 1986, Jason Donovan's life changed forever when he was cast in the Australian soap opera Neighbours. He was just 18 years old when he stepped into the role of Scott Robinson, a character whose boyish charm and quiet strength captured hearts across the nation. Neighbours wasn't just another TV drama. It became an international sensation, particularly in the United Kingdom, where millions of viewers tuned in religiously. Jason's charisma quickly made him a fan favorite, but it was his on-screen pairing with Kylie Minogue, who played Charlene Mitchell, that turned the show into a global cultural force. Their fictional romance culminated in a wedding episode watched by nearly 20 million viewers in Britain alone, one of the most watched TV moments of the decade. Suddenly, Jason Donovan wasn't just an actor. He was a star, a teen idol adored by fans far beyond Australia's borders. Kylie and Jason, a love story on and off screen. As Scott and Charlene became the soap opera's golden couple, speculation about Jason and Kylie's real-life relationship intensified. The chemistry between the two was undeniable, and soon their on-screen romance spilled into reality. The media painted them as the perfect pair, the golden boy and the girl next door, both conquering the world together. Fans adored their partnership, and record producers were quick to capitalize on their fame. Together, they recorded Especially for You in 1988, a ballad that soared to #1 across Europe. The song didn't just mark their musical collaboration. It symbolized a cultural moment, forever tying Jason and Kylie together in pop history. Yet, as is often the case with young love under the blinding glare of fame, their relationship was short-lived. While their romance ended, their professional paths had already launched them both towards superstardom. Pop idol rising, from soap star to chart-topping singer. When Jason Donovan stepped into music world, some critics doubted he could transition from soap heartthrob to serious recording artist. But Jason proved them wrong. Backed by powerhouse producer Stock Aitken Waterman, he released his debut single, Nothing Can Divide Us, in 1988. It was a hit, but his follow-ups would cement his status as a pop idol. His duet with Kylie, Especially for You, became a worldwide sensation, selling over 1 million copies in the UK alone. But it was his solo career that made Jason a pop superstar. His debut album, 10 Good Reasons, released in 1989, topped the UK charts and became the best-selling album of the year. Hits like Too Many Broken Hearts and Seal with a Kiss turned him into a chart-topping sensation. Jason's boyish charm, combined with heartfelt lyrics and slick pop production, made him irresistible to fans. His concerts were packed with screaming teenagers, and he dominated magazines, music, television, and radio airwaves. For a time, Jason Donovan was untouchable, Australia's brightest export and one of the UK's biggest stars. Fame and its shadows, the price of stardom. But behind the dazzling lights and screaming fans, Jason carried the heavy weight of sudden fame. The tabloid scrutinized every detail of his life, from his relationships to his personal habits. The pressure maintained his image as the clean-cut boy next door grew unbearable. As the 1990s began, the pop landscape shifted, and Jason's dominance on the charts started to fade. His second album, Between the Lines, had moderate success but couldn't replicate the triumph of his debut. By the mid-1990s, Jason was struggling to maintain his musical career. Worse still, personal demons began to surface. Jason battled with substance abuse, particularly cocaine, which derailed his career and damaged his reputation. The once untouchable pop idol had become tabloid fodder. His struggles splashed across headlines. Yet Jason's story would not end in scandal, because he was about to reinvent himself once again. Reinvention on the stage, the Joseph phenomenon. In 1991, Jason Donovan was offered the lead role in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. For Jason, it was more than a job. It was a chance at redemption. Dressed in the famous multicolored coat, Jason electrified audiences with his voice, charisma, and energy. His performance revitalized his career, proving he was more than just a pop star. Critics praised his natural stage presence, and audiences adored him. The soundtrack album became a bestseller, and his rendition of Any Dream Will Do topped the UK charts. Once again, Jason was at the center of a cultural sensation, but this time his fame rested on artistry and substance, not just image. Joseph wasn't just a comeback, it was a rebirth. Trials and redemption, a public battle with demons. Jason's years in the spotlight were not without turbulence. His struggles with drugs continued into the 1990s, threatening to overshadow his artistic triumphs. But unlike many stars who fell permanently, Jason confronted his demons with honesty. In interviews and later in his autobiography, Between the Lines, Jason spoke candidly about his addictions, the pressures of fame, and the lessons he had learned. By sharing his story openly, he dismantled the glossy facade of celebrity and revealed himself as deeply human. This vulnerability only strengthened his bond with fans. He wasn't just a star, they saw him as a survivor. Television comeback, from reality shows to acting roles. In the 2000s, Jason Donovan reconnected with audiences through television. He appeared in reality shows like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2006 and Strictly Come Dancing in 2011, where his charm once again won over viewers. Jason also returned to dramatic acting, appearing in series such as Echo Beach, and even returned to Neighbours for special appearances, rekindling nostalgia for longtime fans. These ventures proved Jason's resilience and versatility, reminding the world that he could thrive in any format. The Family Man, Love, Marriage, and Parenthood. Beyond the spotlight, Jason built a quieter but equally meaningful legacy. He married Angela Malik in 2008, and together they raised 3 children. For Jason, family life provided balance after decades of turbulence. His children became his anchor, and his marriage offered him the stability he had long sought. He often spoke about how becoming a father shifted his perspective, grounding him in reality and giving him a new reason to stay clean, focused, and grateful. Fame had given him success, but family gave him purpose. Legacy of resilience, a life reclaimed. Today, Jason Donovan stands as an emblem of reinvention. From soap star to pop idol, from fallen celebrity to celebrated stage actor, his journey is a testament to resilience and the power of second chances. He remains active in the entertainment world, performing in theater productions, touring with music, and appearing on television. His career may no longer dominate headlines, but his story resonates as a reminder that true legacy is built not on perfection, but on perseverance. Jason Donovan's life proves that fame may be fleeting, but character endures. Curtain Call, the legend of Jason Donovan. From the suburban streets of Melbourne to the brightest stages in the world, Jason Donovan's biography is not just a tale of stardom. It is a story of survival, reinvention, and triumph. He is more than a soap star, more than a pop idol. He is an artist who found strength in vulnerability and hope in redemption. His journey continues, not as the boy next door, but as a man who has lived, fallen, risen, and still shines.